Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Princess Beyond Passions. My name is Princess. Thank you so much for always coming back to view my channel and view my videos. And our membership button is on. Please feel free to join this channel's membership. Okay, so this is part 2 of my discussion on the disadvantages of long distance relationship. Please stay tuned. The link to part 1 is in the description below. Please check it out so you follow the discussion thus far. Okay, so another disadvantage of being in a long distance relationship is comparing your relationship with another person's relationship. When you're in a long distance relationship, there's a difference between your relationship and other people's relationship, like people who see themselves every day. Even for those people who see themselves like every day or like every other day, you can never compare your relationship with another person's relationship, right? So if you are in the habit of comparing your relationship with someone else's relationship, that relationship is not going to last for too long because you are always comparing your relationship, right? So if you're in a long-term relationship, particularly, especially a long distance relationship, please do not compare your relationship with another person's relationship because they are not the same. All right, another disadvantage of being in a long distance relationship is that your relationship can easily become boring. You're not together because you're always on the phone, talking to each other. You're not together. You can plan to go on dates, like spring up dates on each other. You can't go to movies. You can't go, stuff like that. You can go out for coffee. You can take walks, together and all that. There are these little things. You can sit down together to plan, to have fun together, right? So it is easy for your relationship to become a bit boring. And when a relationship becomes boring, something else sets in, and that brings me to the next disadvantage of being in a long distance relationship. When your relationship becomes boring, you might now begin to be friendly with someone else, and once you are friendly with someone else who is not your partner and become intimate with that person, there's possibility of becoming so intimate to the extent that you will now begin to have an affair with that person, and cheating comes in. I've already discussed cheating in part 1. So it's one of the disadvantages of being in a long distance relationship. Yes, when you are in a long distance relationship, it is advisable to engage your hobbies, to do things that interest you. You do get so that being alone does not become so boring. But it's also advisable to also engage in other relationships. Have friends and all that. But when you have friends and it becomes to the extent of becoming intimate with such a friend, other feelings might develop, and intimate feelings might develop. Thereby, temptations come and one might cheat, and then that cheating might become a habit, and that habit might lead to the destruction of your long distance relationship with your partner. Another disadvantage of being in a long distance relationship is some people get into long distance relationship just for the idea of being in love. This one is so funny, right? But it happens. Some people get into a relationship because they like the idea of love. They want to be in love. But you need to understand that the idea of being in love and being in love are two different things. So you need to be able to separate your feeling. You need to be able to separate that idea that, I would like to be in a relationship. You need to be able to separate it from being actually in love with your partner, and your partner that you are in a long distance relationship with. And another disadvantage of being in a long distance relationship is not meeting expectations. Sometimes when you're in a long distance relationship and you know how you plan with your partner, and then your partner, both of you are planning to get together, to move in together sometime, and then maybe things happen and bills come up and other things come up, and then somehow you're not able to meet that expectation, then your partner might begin to think, oh, because you are not there, that is why the person is not meeting expectation. And then you begin to think, oh, okay, perhaps the person has found someone else, not knowing that actually this person is actually going through stuff that is making that person not able to meet up with the expectations and not able to meet up with your plans. So when you are, there's a saying that out of sight is out of mind. I don't know if it is true or not. But when you are not there and your partner is going through stuff, when the partner is telling you through over the phone that, oh, I'm going through stuff, I'm going through one or two things, please bear with me, and that keeps coming up, and then that begins to disrupt the time, the expectations that you have, the plans that you have already made. The other partner now begins to suspect, have reasons to begin to suspect that perhaps this person is trying to look for a way to get rid of me or something. It happens. I've seen it happen before. So not meeting your expectations and your plans of moving in together at a particular time is also one of the disadvantages of a long distance relationship. Another reason is that when you are in a long distance relationship, you can easily be dumped. I have seen a long distance relationship where a partner wrote just an ordinary text, mere text, ended a relationship through a text. It's so cowardly, it's so mean, it's so callous. It's not a good thing. If you have a relationship with someone and the person is not in the same place with you and it's a long distance relationship and something happens, maybe you have an argument or you had a fight or something, and then you suddenly wake up and you decide to end such a relationship over a mere text. I've seen men do it, and I have also seen a girl do it in a relationship that she had with this young man for 3 years. She just woke up one morning and she ended it over a text. So it's one of the disadvantages of long distance relationship. You can easily be dumped, over mere text or just a phone call or something. Also, deception is another strong disadvantage in a long distance relationship. It is easy for partners who have the tendency to deceive their partners to go into deception, to, while you are cheating, for example, you deceive your partner that you are at home or whatever. Yes, video calls are there. An argument ensued on this particular one because some people were saying, oh, video calls is not the best because you could easily be deceived even while you were making a video call. I have seen people who made video call for quite some time and the only place I could see was just the face, right? Just the face. And it was difficult for me to even see beyond the face. And I kept wondering, hey, you kept showing me just your face. I can't even see your background. I can't even see what's going on behind you. I can't see what's going on around you. I mean, I couldn't see. I'm just using this as an example because if a woman could do it, a man could equally do it. I have also seen men do it. They just show here. And somebody, when we're talking about this, and somebody had said, oh, maybe the person is handicapped. I mean, if you're handicapped, then you have to tell your partner that you're handicapped. That is also deception. If you're handicapped and you're not telling your partner that you are handicapped or show whatever it is, it means you are also deceiving your partner, right? So deception is one of the strong disadvantages of being in a long distance relationship. Another disadvantage of being in long distance relationship is dishonesty in communication, dishonesty in doing so many things. I have seen partners who became dishonest with their partners, right? Dishonest, they were busy doing something else while their partner was thinking they were doing something else, because they had called their partner to say, oh, I'm doing 1, 2, 3 and 4 things. Meanwhile, they were busy doing other things. So it's easy to get dishonest, to become dishonest in a long distance relationship. Okay, then another disadvantage of being in a long distance relationship is not making time for your partner, because you're not there, because you're not there to see your partner always and to interact and do all the necessary things that partners do. Sometimes when your partner calls, you are busy doing something else. For example, you might be cooking, or you might be on the road running errands, and then sometimes you are not able to make out time to pick up such a call. Sometimes you might be in a bank, or you might be in a shopping mall, so you won't be able to discuss, settle down to talk to your partner the way you ought to have talked to him or her. So, or sometimes you might be driving, and you're not allowed to pick your call except if it's you're using a hands-free or something. So, and in such a case, you wouldn't even be able to make out time to talk to your partner for more than a few minutes, right? So not making out time to talk to your partner when he or she calls is another reason, another disadvantage of being in a long distance relationship. Another disadvantage of being in a long distance relationship is not trying your best because you are in a comfortable place. Once a person gets into a comfortable zone, you know how we are, how humans are. Once we get into a comfortable zone, it becomes difficult sometimes to come out of such a comfort zone, So sometimes if you are not trying to make up your mind and fix a date and visit your partner, you could just fall into that habit of not trying to visit, and over time such a relationship might just fizzle out, So it's one of the disadvantages of being in a long distance relationship. Well, based on all that I have discussed, both in part 1 and part 2, we seemed to agree, with all the people that I discussed with. Everybody seemed to agree that long distance relationship is not the best. However, it happens because people just have to find a way of having their relationship going on. Okay, it happens. It happens. Long distance relationship is here to stay and is working for some people. It has its advantages. Perhaps someday we'll be able to discuss the advantages of long distance relationship. You can also have fun when you are in a long distance relationship, but these are the disadvantages, the woes, the demerits of being in a long distance relationship. And we have used some couples as case study to be able to get the actual reasons why long distance relationship seems to be difficult. Some people find it difficult to be in a long distance relationship. However, some people also find it good. So that's it. So based on all of these is why I decided to come up with these videos, part 1 and part 2 of the disadvantages of being in a long distance relationship, so that people who are in it will be able to manage their relationship, what they have, or you have an insight of the disadvantages, so you'll be able to manage it so that your relationship will turn out well for you. Now, thank you for being here. If you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to all so that you'll be notified whenever I have a new upload. For my returning subscribers, I thank you all so much for always coming out to view my videos. Thank you all so much. I'll see you in my next video. Be safe. Bye.